Oceania champions. They beat New Zealand, and Brazil is the host nation, and of course the USA, who won the world title last year in Spain. So that's where we stand. Positions 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 here at the Eurobasket will go to Olympic qualifying tournaments. That would be France, Serbia, the Czech Republic, Greece, and Italy, all going to Olympic qualifying tournaments. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching this game, and we know you are all over the world. It's the Eurobasket final here between Lithuania and Spain. The Lithuanians having dispatched Serbia in the last round, Spain upsetting the tournament host France, and here they are, a rematch of Eurobasket 2003 that was played back in Sweden. And believe it or not, there's still some players in the Spain squad that were in that game. The Lithuanian fans are roaring on their team. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by George Zedek, and this is an awesome sight right here, isn't it?
This is an unbelievable atmosphere that we have here. Again, sold-out Pierre Marat Arena. This is Jonas Kazlauskas, the well-experienced coach with the Lithuanian side. He is ready for this game to begin. He spoke a lot about the mental concentration and preparation.
And what about Pau Gasol? He probably has been the tournament's best player. He's being introduced here to the crowd, and it's been an interesting summer for Spain, hasn't it?
Well, you don't want to take anything from the team, but if you have a number one scorer, number 4 rebounder, number 1 foul guy, number one free throw attempted player in the tournament, you just have to single out Pau Gasol as the man who has led the team when they needed him.
Well, I would think that Spain is a little bit closer to Lille than Lithuania, but the Lithuanians have spared no expense to make the journey to Lille. There are plenty of Spanish fans here, including Rafa Nadal, the great tennis champion. He's one of the big basketball fans, and he'll be hoping Sergio Scariolo's team rises to the occasion yet again, something they did in 2009 and most recently in 2011 when they won this title in Lithuania. Lithuania made it to the final 2 years ago. Now the national anthems for both teams, starting with Lithuania. So that was the Lithuanian national anthem. Now we're going to hear it for Spain. Well, as the coaches meet at midcourt, Jonas Kozlauskas and Sergio Scariolo and the players as well. And you heard the cacophony of boos raining down on the arena here after the Spanish national anthem. I think it's fair to say the French fans who have stuck around are going to be joining the Lithuanians in their support tonight. The referees, well, these are three of the heavyweights. Luigi LaMonica from Italy in the middle, Elija Belišević of Serbia on the left, and Boris Rizik of Ukraine on the right. And we're going to have a look at the rosters for both teams. And, George, I'll get you to point out maybe one player on each Lithuania.
I have to go with Mantas Kalnietis. He's been superb at point guard. He just does so many things for Lithuania in handling the ball, starting the right place, making sure that everybody is involved. If he hits the outside shot, he will be extremely valuable for Lithuania. He has struggled with his outside shot so far.
Kalnietis in the starting lineup with Renato Sebudas, Jonas Mačiulis, Palias Jankunas, and Jonas Valanciunas. And you know what? I don't know if Mačiulis is going to make the all-tournament team, but by golly, he is on my all-tournament team. And if Lithuania win this, he's my MVP, at least to this point. Now, we're going to look at the Spanish roster, and of course, that name up at the top stands out, but what about for you?
I have to go with the supporting cast. That's going to be extremely important. And Sergio Rodriguez and Sergio Llull not doing by himself. He will need the guards and the outside shooting and attacking from these to help.
Okay, so the starting five, you can see it's Gasol, as well as Rudy Fernandez, Paul Ribas, Sergio Llull, and Nikola Mirotic. And Paul Gasol and Valanciunas, two players we want to highlight for obvious reasons.
This is a matchup to watch. It's going to be the battle under the basket. I think that Paul Gasol is a different player than Jonas Valanciunas. Paul Gasol has got dexterity of skills. He can go to the outside and face you, shoot a three-pointer. He can drive at you, or he can post you up. Jonas Valanciunas is a powerful center who likes to operate around the basket. He's going to have a very difficult task to guard Pau Gasol, who's leading the tournament in points. As we said before, in the semifinal, he scored half of the points of Team Spain. So he's going to have his hands full, and he's going to have to watch his fouls.
Sergio Scariolo would also tell you that Pau Gasol made 16 of 18 free throws in that last game. And he is a great free throw shooter, number one in block shots.
Enough said. I mean, if Pau Gasol faces the basket, he has such an advantage over the bigger guys when he drives at them. He draws fouls, and he goes to the free throw line. As you said, 16 for 18 in the semifinal game. So you better watch it before you foul Pau Gasol. You have to spend your fouls in a smart way.
Et leur sens tactique tout au long de la compétition, dans des matchs serrés. La Lituanie a pratiquement joué tous ces matchs à quelques points près pour arracher des victoires compliquées. Et l'Espagne, forcément aussi, contre les Grecs, contre les Français, contre les Allemands en poule.
Ouais, c'est fou, hein, exactement le même parcours pour les deux finalistes. Enfin, sensiblement, et le même parcours pour les deux équipes qui se sont battues pour le bronze tout à l'heure. Quand on pense que la Lituanie, elle a battu la République tchèque seulement après prolongation. Qu'elle a battu l'Ukraine d'un petit point, l'Estonie 2-2. L'Espagne, Georges vient de vous en parler. Et au final, on sait que ça se construit, une compétition, Georges, au fur et à mesure. Et ça se construit justement face à l'adversité. L'adversité, elles en ont eu, ces deux équipes, et elles se sont battues là-dessus.
Good evening, everyone. You're looking live here in the Pierre Mauroy Arena in Lille, France. It's the Eurobasket final between Lithuania and Spain, and Lithuania wearing the dark uniforms attacking the basket to the left, winning the opening tip. Now, Jonas Mačiulis. He's been active. There he goes. And he knows a lot of these guys, and already he's been told who leads this competition in block shots.
Jonas Mačiulis has been extremely active, driving to the basket. You see it right here. He's going to have a tough challenger against Pau Gasol. He's going to have to take it extremely strong.
And already, Kalnietis, I think, did he step on the inline?
No, I think the ball was inbound. It was a bounce pass, and the bounce happened out of bounds. So that's a turnover there by Mantas Kalnietis. He had actually 7 turnovers in the semifinal. He's going to have to be very careful.
Sergio Llull goes right down the lane, puts it up and in for Spain.
Sergio Llull, when he gets going, he's so explosive that you have to watch him and respect his both outside shot and the drive.
Rudy Fernandez et Paul Ribas. C'est le nouveau.
Well, here it goes, and Sabudas.
And that's Valanciunas there for you. He is such a strong presence there on the basket. You have to make sure that he's boxed out. He's got the offensive rebound basket on that situation. Again,
Yule goes inside, puts it up and in.
That's the second time, and I think this is just a carryover from the semifinal game. Sergio Yule found his rhythm and a lot of confidence. He is continuing doing so in the final game.
Reynaldo Sabudas now. Spain off to a 4-2 lead, but Lithuania. Valanciunas sets the pick. Sabudas. And the interception from Mirotic. Over to Yule. Crosses midcourt. Of course, Yule's played in the title-winning teams in 2009 and 2011. And he is a big-time player, a teammate of Machulis at Real Madrid. Here's Gasol, and he gets it to Rudy Fernandez, and Fernandez hits the jumper, another of Machulis' teammates at Real Madrid.
That's a great start there for the Spaniards. 3 out of 3. First 3 possessions, 3 baskets for them.
Now Calnietas. Entry pass, it goes to Machulis. 2 on the shot clock, and the defense from Spain is suffocating. Well, if we thought it was going to be the Lithuanians who really came out strong defensively, Spain have been excellent, and Nikola Mirotic hits the jump shot.
And if you're Janos Kazlauskas, you have to take time out because there's nothing being accomplished defensively. 4 out of 4 for Spain.
Avec 4 sur 4 au tir, 100%.
Voilà le coach de la Lituanie, Jonas Kazlauskas. C'est marrant, Georges.
Spain lead at 8-2, off to a great start, and Jonas Kazlauskas calls timeouts. Look at that, 3 Lithuania turnovers lead to 6 points for Spain.
Well, I think that you said it. We expected tough defense, tough team defense from Lithuania, and I think that the energy is not there. And the reason for it is not that the players are tired. I really don't believe that, but I think maybe there's just a bit too much pressure there on the Lithuanians. If you ask me, the Spaniards are more experienced. The starting lineup has been through more than the Lithuanian. Not easy to start a final. You got 27,000 people here, a lot of expectations.
Well, certainly, as you look at that lineup out there right now, Gasol, Rudy Fernandez, Sergio Yule. Now, Paul Ribas in the starting lineup, or in the lineup right now, as well as Mirotic. This is their first run with Spain this summer. Calnietas looks for space, puts up a little runner on the baseline, and Rudy catches it.
And this is not a shot that you want to shoot out of the huddle. That was not a good execution by the Lithuanians.
Paul Ribas from the right, and his attempt is off the front of the rim. Sabudas inside the arc, puts up the long jump shot, and it's good.
He's an explosive scorer. He showed in the semifinal game that he can hit a lot of outside shots, but he also likes to drive to the basket. So you have to respect both of his abilities.
Now Yule passes it out to Rudy. Good! Well, Rudy's had some back problems, but that looked pretty good.
Well, he's moving pretty good running back to defense. Rudy seems like his back is not as tight as we saw in the previous games when he really struggled.
Calnietas floats in, and they were waiting for the alley-oop pass, or the pass to Valanciunas, and Yankunas fouls to stop the fast break.
And I think this is great scouting here by the Spaniards. They just back off Calnietas, and this is the drive. No, this is the shot here by Rudy. We missed a couple of games in the group, one game in the group stage, at the 8th final game here in Lille, the first elimination game, but it looks like he's on today.
Well, Rudy Fernandez puts up another 3, and that's off the front of the rim, and Sabutis gets the rebound.
En el continente europeo, el lanzamiento de ese número 13 de Jan Kunas. Juega Sergio Llull. De Mahón abriendo para Rudy. Rudy Fernández che quiere jugar un 1 con...
Poi dalla lunetta Pau Gasol, se non mi piace.
Terrestre en el partido.
Había conseguido una asistencia, había conseguido 2 rebotes, había puesto un tapón, le faltaba solamente anotar.
Pues ya...
Gasol, they've got 13. Sa taille et sa technique.
Canietes from long range.
Nel primo quarto, che roba! Che roba!
Complètement
à côté de leur début de...
Sabemos lo que tenemos que hacer, lo estamos haciendo.
Cavicius, qui Valanciunas ha portato a spasso su questo pick and roll che ha prodotto 2 layup facili di Llull, adesso la schiacciata di Pau Gasol, come dire, voi fate la vostra mossa e noi facciamo la nostra contromossa. Ribaltamento di Gasol per Rudy Fernandez, ancora quei 2 blocchi consecutivi, attacca Llull, riapre per Fernandez, dentro per Pau Gasol, taglio di Mirotic, taglio sui suoi piedi di Rudy Fernandez, Gasol legge, è aperto in fondo, infatti va sul fondo di sinistro, gli esce, ma era ancora una volta un movimento strabiliante di Pau Gasol. 6 Butis, drag, pick and roll in transizione, poi il riblocco di Jankuna.
Coach Kazlauskas va laisser Valanciunas seul sur Pau Gasol dans leur duel. Sont envoyés de l'aide.
Sergio Rodriguez entre en jeu à la place de Pau.
Es un
Zona
jugador
2-3, zona 2-3 en España.
Due squadre Italia e Serbia che hanno battuto la Spagna, ma
He just spins off of him to the baseline. Great move by Pau.
Lekavicius over to Kuzminskis.
Tiene la marca de Claver, el lanzamiento.
e poi va sempre dall'altra parte, lo abbiamo fatto vedere prima della gara. Ancora buona difesa, Gasol continua a uscire stabilmente fuori dalla linea del tiro da 3 punti. Come dire, guardate che gioco anche la fase difensiva tutta in questa partita, perché Gasol è in una forma fisica straordinaria e poi proveremo anche a spiegarvi uno dei motivi. Calnietti tocca il pallone, però non è in campo, ci rientra adesso alla punto di 6 punti, 10 secondi per tirare per la Spagna.
La Spagna sta alternando bene le sue soluzioni, quando può appoggia la palla dentro, se no col pick and roll crea il vantaggio, ma soprattutto il ritmo, cominciano presto nell'azione ad attaccare.
Claver per Gasol, fuori per Sergio Rodriguez che potrebbe alzare per Gasol che sbaglia la deviazione al volo. Buon lavoro di Valanciunas qui. Maciulis per Lekavicius, doppio playmaker per Kazlauskas per provare a prendere un po' di ritmo. Attacca Maciulis, bravissimo Claver, passi. È la decisione di Ilija Bjelosevic. L'importanza di Viktor Claver che nella prima metà del torneo è stato spettatore e poi invece a partire dalla gara contro la Grecia quella contro Adetokounmpo, è diventato protagonista in termini di qualità importante.
Presenza fisica, a rimbalzo ma non solo, in difesa come in questo caso, e soprattutto in una partita con grandi atleti come i lituani, può essere davvero fondamentale.
Esegue ancora la stessa giocata, ma splendidamente la Spagna, la lascia lì Rodriguez per Gasol. Se non ammirate questo primo quarto offensivo, ripeto, non sapete cos'è la pallacanestro, meraviglia su meraviglia. Gasol, Rodriguez, Yul, Fernandez, Mirotic, tutti assieme a giocare una pallacanestro solidissima, semplicissima e quindi difficilissima da fermare. Le Cavicius, tiro in corsa, salta con tempo e controlla il rimbalzo Claver. Lituania in rottura prolungata, concede il 70 e tira il 27. Attacca Rodriguez nell'angolo per Yul, vuole palla Gasol. Yul lavora bene in pick and roll con il catalano, dentro la palla, prova il blitz, Maciulis commette fallo nella corretta interpretazione di Lamoni.
Non riescono a entrare in area in nessun modo, in attacco. Qui vediamo che Maciulis ha una buona idea, però arriva leggermente in ritardo. Questa è l'azione precedente. Sergio Rodriguez manda via una palla meravigliosa, però non 15 che te la prende così, in una frazione di secondo la appoggia con quella dolcezza al tabellone. Non ce n'è molti,
No, ce ne sono pochi, ma pochi, due blocchi in fila per Pau Gasol. La palla va da Yul, blocco di Reyes che fa il suo esordio in campo, tiro sbagliato da Yul, si lotta a rimbalzo, la palla la prende Mantas Kalnietis, accelerazione di Kalnietis, Yul non spende il fallo, manda dentro Kalnietis, Kuzminskas che attacca Reyes e schiaccia sulla testa di Pau Gasol. Primo vero segnale di energia e aggressività della Lituania, non casualmente da Mitaunas Kuzminskas,
che nelle ultime due partite ha preso una fiducia estrema nel suo gioco e nelle sue possibilità.
Rodriguez per Claver, gira Rodriguez sul blocco di Gasol, la palla va dall'altra parte, cross screen, blocco piccolo per lungo, Gasol sale a prendere la palla, fronteggia contro Valanciunas, 3 secondi per tirare, Rodriguez serie di finte, Gasol non la trova, la tocca Reyes, 24 secondi, non c'è un controllo certo, quindi c'è la violazione, la palla è per la Lituania.
Forse la prima difesa della Lituania se riesce a indirizzare l'attacco della Spagna dove vuole, soprattutto riesce a chiudersi bene al momento giusto, questa Cavagliauskas che invece schiaccia in faccia tutta la difesa spagnola.
Palleggio per le Cavicius, Kalnietis, situazione di doppie uscite secche con Milaknis, Kuzminskas che spinge, fa per terra Claver per la Monica, fallo in attacco del numero 19.
E deve stare attento a dosare l'energia e soprattutto questo tipo di contatti. C'era stato un cambio, quindi ha visto la possibilità di andare a prendere posizione spalla canestro usando troppo il braccio.
55 secondi per chiudere un primo quarto dominato dalla Spagna molto oltre il 19-8 che dice il tabellone, ma si gioca su 4 quarti e la Lituania ha già fatto cose sufficienti in questo torneo per non far credere che questa gara sia lontanamente finita. Reyes alto basso, situazione di drop, così la chiamano nell'NBA per Gasol, serie di perni, mancina, gli esce un tiro di una bellezza michelangiolesca, però ha mosso tutta la difesa. Il rimbalzo d'attacco arriva alla Spagna. Yul dall'altra parte per Rodriguez, ricezione difficile, attaccato da Kalnietis, ultimi 4 secondi dei 24. Rodriguez sul primo ferro, un minimo lezioso alla Spagna e Gasol ormai fa notizia quando sbaglia un tiro, peraltro a 8 punti con 4 su 7 dal campo in un primo quarto già straordinario. Ha sbagliato 2 tiri di un non nulla. Yul a eseguire Kalnietis, ancora Gasol che rimane con lui, perso Valanciunas, arriva Claver, altra cosa di rara importanza di Victor Claver.
Contrariamente all'attesa, la squadra più fisica, più intensa, più pronta agonisticamente è la Spagna, non la Lituania.
Ecco qui la palla per Valanciunas, arriva dal nulla Victor Claver, questa è proprio la fotografia del primo quarto. Queste sono le giocate che contro Italia e Serbia hanno portato la Lituania a questa finale, le sta facendo la Spagna. Fischio arbitrale prima della rimessa, una trattenuta di Victor Claver avvenisse negli ultimi 2 minuti della gara, sarebbe un fallo antisportivo, a differenza dell'NBA che lo sanziona in maniera diversa con un tiro libero, scusate, con 2 tiri liberi indipendentemente dal momento in cui avviene. In Europa invece per i primi 38 minuti si riprende semplicemente con una rimessa, questa per Milaknis che ha un buonissimo tiro ma lo sbaglia e poi arriva la stoppata stereofonica di Claver e Reyes sul tentativo di Kuzminskas. La Lituania ha fatto 8 punti con 4 su 15. La Spagna viaggia con il 56% a 8 punti di un sontuoso Gasol ed è per ora, sottolineo, in controllo.
6 assist per 9 canestri, soprattutto il ritmo della partita è totalmente nelle mani della squadra di Sergio Scariolo.
Primo quarto tutto per la Spagna di Pau Gasol, autore di un'incredibile impresa, 40 punti della squadra, overtime incluso in semifinale contro la Francia. Con 28 punti, 18 rimbalzi e 4 assist, almeno in questa partita Gasol stabilirebbe i suoi nuovi record personali a Eurobasket. In campo ci sono quasi tutti i migliori realizzatori su singola partita di questa manifestazione, già citati i 40.
Attack the basket, he was just passing the ball. Last 4 minutes, I think he has taken over again. He's got 8 points at the moment, leading Spain.
Okay, well, we have got second quarter action now underway, and good defense from Milaknis, reaches in, goes off of Rudy, and the Serbian referee is told by Rudy, no, you didn't get that wrong. You didn't get that right, rather.
And Sergio Scariolo gets also warning from the Serbian referee, Milicevic. So that's that for the discussions from Sergio Scariolo.
Well, here we go. Kuzminskas puts up a three, and Rodriguez brings down the ball.
That was an early shot for my taste. I think that Lithuania needs to run through their offense to make Spain play some defense.
Fernando Sanamaterio into the game for Spain. He's out on the left wing. Now they feed it inside to Reyes. And Reyes goes up and scores despite the presence of Valanciunas.
This is pure experience of Felipe Reyes. He's at his 6th Eurobasket. You saw it right there, the great footwork, body contact.
Long one for Milaknis. And the ball goes off of Lithuania, back over to Spain.
What is going on with Lithuania? They are taking some early shots again. Look at Felipe Reyes, just put Valanciunas on his back. That is not easy. He just knows he's got the knack for the contact around the basket.
Rodriguez has it. Canietis guarding him closely. So here Rodriguez now passes over to Mirotic. Pump fake, and that's off to the right. And Sanamaterio gets the rebound. Sanamaterio didn't, I don't think he got off the bench in the last game, but here he is early. Rudy, and a foul called.
And that is a huge advantage there for Sergio Scariolo to involve the reserves early. Right now, Pau Gasol is on the base, so he's saving some energy. I thought he was completely and rightfully so exhausted at the end of the semifinal game against France, because I think he was there for 41 minutes out of 45.
Replacing number 17, Jonas Valanciunas, and number 21,
This was the move that I expected. Kavaliauskas, Antanas Kavaliauskas checks in there for Valanciunas, so he's going to get some rest as well.
Rudy puts up the jump shot. 23-8.
Just look at the way that Rudy is moving today. It really seems to me that his back problems have lessened. We see some treatment in the off days, and it's working so far.
Well, he has really been affected by that back problem. And he does look more like the old Rudy. And Felipe Reyes fouls Sabutis from behind.
And the foul is called on number 9 from Spain, Felipe Reyes. That's his first personal foul.
And that's Ronda Cebutis just with a quick drive. I think that Fernandez is talking to the referees, and he's saying that he heard a whistle and he stopped on the play.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referees have told us that you must stop using a whistle. It distracts the players. Please do not use a whistle.
The referees have come over to the scores table to ask the announcer to tell the crowd to stop using whistles. So there's some whistles being blown in the crowd.
Because I heard it all the way here. And when Rudy stopped, I thought there was some contact and the play was stopped.
Well, I think Rudy was pointing to his ear thinking, I thought he was just talking to his teammates to say we're not communicating, but maybe that was it. Cebutis, 3 points. We'll get it back to 13. Lithuania right now just trying to stay within touch.
They go to zone defense.
Here's Rudy Fernandez at the line. Good!
And this is just a great boost there for the Spaniards. Rudy Fernandez is on and he's up to 7 points. What a weapon for them, an additional weapon offensively.
Cebutis dribbling up top, and a foul called on Kavaliauskas.
Kavaliauskas did not watch it. He's a physical player. He fouled out of the game against Serbia. And this was not a smart play. He set his feet, but he kind of extended his forearms forward. This was the last 2-pointer by Rudy. If he gets going off the dribble, that's difficult to stop him. And it was actually the first attack against the zone, which is psychologically very important as well.
So Rudy Fernandez already with 9 points. Fernando Sanamaterio, cross court over to Rodriguez. Now Rudy for 3. And good box out there for Lithuania. And Cebutis drives in, puts it up off the glass.
He's extremely fast at the off guard. He saw an opening in the open court and just took it all the way in. Great take by Cebutis.
Fernandez, bounce pass to Rodriguez. Now, Machulis guarding Reyes, and Reyes hits the jumper.
That's 2 teammates against each other, Machulis and Reyes, teammates from Real Madrid.
Well, they know each other's games very well. Matas Kalnietis. And Kavaliauskas gets the rebound, has it knocked out of his hands by Fernandez. Foul called on Rudy Fernandez. He shows his disapproval. Here we go again.
Foul is called on number 5, Rudy Fernandez.
There was not a ball. This was the take from Cebutis. I think if you're Lithuania, you just have to take an easy point that you can get.
There's Kalnietis. Doing a good job of cutting out the penetration from the top where Lithuania is usually so good. Kuzminskas really are getting inside the lane this time, and the shot attempt rims out, and another 14 will come for Lithuania.
But you saw another great defense by Spain. It was an off-balance shot there by Kuzminskas. Really making it difficult for Lithuania to get anything going offensively. You talk about taking you out of your comfort zone. This is exactly what Spain is doing at the moment.
Well, I'm shocked. I thought the key would be the toughness for Lithuania. And inside, a foul called on Sanamaterio. They've just been so physical in their previous encounters, Lithuania. Kavaliauskas goes up with that rebound, so he is going to blind.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, that's what we expected. Lithuania to win the game. They would have to play an extremely physical game, but we see the physicality actually on the other side. What a surprise early on.
Well, Gasol comes in for Reyes. Gasol and Reyes were the only 2 players in this game that played back in 2003. Gasol had 36 points and 12 rebounds. Reyes only played 4 minutes. Of course, he has become much more prominent in the national team immediately after. Kavaliauskas now. Makes both. And gets it back to 27-14. And he comes out and Valanciunas comes back.
Look at the number of assists, 8 for Spain and only 2 for Lithuania. They just tells you that the Spanish players are sharing the ball a lot more than Lithuanians.
Now Gasol puts it up, and Kuzminskas with the rebound. He's looking at Gasol's appealing to the referee.
He thought he got hit on the arm when he was bringing the ball up.
Bounce pass to Kalnietis. Go!
And that's a great execution. Back up by Kalnietis. He goes to the open space, and Valanciunas finds him with the bounce pass.
Mirotic from the left corner. Count it!
That is his favorite spot. He likes to stretch out the defense. The corners are his favorite spots to shoot the shot, either from left or right. It doesn't matter to Mirotic.
Kalnietis gets in, and now he's starting to heat up for Lithuania.
And they will need it from him. If he comes off the screen, he's bigger than the Spanish guards. He needs to find this medium-range jumper.
Chulis was going for the steal. Sergio goes, misses. Gasol there for the offensive rebound, and he's fouled while putting it back up.
And that's a tough break for Lithuania, because what you expect from Valanciunas is to establish himself physically on the post. You expect him not to give up the offensive rebound to Paul Gasol like you see on the situation right here.
Here it is again. We've got timeout on the floor, and Pau Gasol hears the boos, having words with the referee. So a 12-point lead for Spain. Spain called a timeout. Spain have hit a couple of threes, none so far for Lithuania. Spain shooting an obscene 71% inside the arc.
That is just amazing. I mean, what kind of comment do you make about that? I think that the development that I have watched of Team Spain has been incredible since Berlin. I mean, early on, they were just really a team that passed the ball well and shot the ball well from the outside, or they went down to Pau Gasol, but they have just really emerged as a defensive stopper.
There's His Majesty, the King of Spain.
And I think he likes what he's seeing. We're going to be pleased.
He must be behind us. Yeah, he was all smiles, wasn't he?
But talk about some pressure. King of Spain, President of Lithuania. I mean, we get to hang out today with some celebrities.
Oh, Gasol makes the first free throw. I mean, you know, in the grand scheme of things, when you look at this Spain team, this would have been the one that would seem to have been less equipped to go on a title run. Yet the way they've gelled and come together over the last few games has been astonishing.
But maybe also the fact that they have less expectations at all, that could play a big part, because they could just concentrate on their job here. They have come together, just as you said.
And Valanciunas sets the pick on Rudy. Rudy's now guarding the baseline. Valanciunas. Matulis open, on line, but front and back of the rim and out. Yule. Bounce pass, and it gets to Gasol. Another dunk for Gasol. And Spain have doubled up Lithuania.
They have absolutely no answer defensively for the pick and roll with Pau Gasol.
Well, Lithuania called the timeout, trailing 34-18. George, look at the points off turnovers and the turnovers. It's not a pretty picture for Lithuania.
It is not, especially if you're expecting Lithuania to get things going there from their defense. But you know why it is so difficult to guard the pick and roll situation with Pau Gasol? So let's not forget that he's 2 meters 15 and he's got wide body, wide shoulders. He's such a big pig. The defense get hung up. There has to be a help side. And then he is such a fast roller to the open spot that the defense has no time to recover. This is, I mean, has been just a lesson there from the Spanish team how to run a pick and roll situation. Look at it one more time. Again, open spot. Valanciunas is strung out there by Sergio Llull. And a high percentage shot for Pau Gasol.
And Gasol, who was going to be the focal point of attention regardless, he had the quiet start scoring-wise, but he's got a team-high 12 points. In fact, he's got a game-high 12 points. The guy is a legend, and he still plays the game. Incredible. Still carries his team at 35 years of age. So, back to live action. Valanciunas, and Llull comes down with the rebound.
Again, not much of an execution out of the huddle. This wasn't a shot that would involve the teammates.
Gasol behind the line. Kunis with the rebound. Kalnietis has provided a little bit of a spark for Lithuania. And he's going to put up a three. Good!
That's huge for Lithuania. If Kalnietis can find some kind of consistency from the outside, especially from beyond the arc, that's going to be a huge boost.
Mirotic steps inside. And now Valanciunas with the rebound. For Lithuania, giving away some jump shots and not being punished.
That was a great look at the basket by Mirotic after that pump fake that he made, but just couldn't finish the shot. He's got 5 points today, Mirotic.
Kalnietis on the ground now, gets it back. Back inside now to Valanciunas, and Valanciunas turns, and this time he shoots over Pau Gasol.
Pau just allowed Valanciunas on that situation to really establish himself deep in the lane. Good move by Valanciunas.
Mirotic for three, good!
That's a killer if Mirotic is going to cooperate with Pau Gasol, 4-5 screen and shoot 3-pointers. This is just so difficult to defend.
Kalnietis goes in, and Gasol bats it out to the corner. Now Sabonis on line, but long. And a foul called on Mirotic for pushing off Yankunas.
And that's a great hustle there by Paulius Yankunas on the boards. Almost got his second offensive rebound on that possession.
This was Mirotic hitting the three-pointer, a good half a meter behind the arc.
How do you like that 4-5 cooperation between the big men? Finish with a long three-pointer. Obviously, those two guys know each other from the NBA. They both play in the Chicago Bulls.
Kalnietis dribbles up top. Machulis. Here's Sabonis. Good! And right at the end of the shot clock as well, inside 2 minutes, and now Lithuania have cut that deficit back to just 11 points. Mirotic. And Llull, and good defense from Machulis.
He likes to step around and go for the steal.
Sabonis puts it on the deck, back outside to Kuzminskas.
That's a great transition defense there by Spain.
Now Machulis with 5 on the shot clock. Sabonis for three. Good! And here come the Lithuanians!
He's a streaky shooter. He can shoot a lot of three-pointers in a short span, and he understands that if nothing is going right from the outside, he's going to have to take it on himself.
37-29, Spain called timeout. They've led by as many as 16 points, and now the Lithuanians have whittled it down to just 8.
Hay una historia aquí que tenemos que mejorar la calidad de nuestros tiros para bajar mejor.
Both teams with 3 three-pointers. And I felt like coming out of the last timeout, George, that Spain, they'd had some success going inside, and all of a sudden, Powell came down and shot a jumper. think Mirotic shot a jumper and missed, and meanwhile some of those jumpers started falling for Lithuania.
Well, that's a good point, because I'm not sure why Spain, because there was no adjustment defensively there, but why Spain went away. These are the story on the boards, as you saw on the screen. Why did they go away from the pick and roll situation with Pau Gasol? It was working so well, and Lithuania had no chance of stopping it.
Well, the only thing you would have to say as well is that those were open looks that Spain were missing. But it was not looking good for Lithuania, but suddenly this burst of points late in the first half has given them some hope. And they're in single digits now, that deficit. Look at the replay here of last play. Now back to live action. Gasol turns, gets in the lane, puts up a hook shot. Good!
That's a patented move right here. The old school hook shot there, going to the lane.
George, they have got to exploit that down low. They've had so much success getting it inside. Now Maciulis, he gets inside, puts up a tough shot, and a foul called on Rudy Fernandez for a push. And that's 2 shots for Lithuania.
You're correct about Spain. I mean, if they get it down low, it is impossible for Valanciunas today to stop Pau Gasol on one-on-one single coverage. And we have seen it the whole tournament. Group stage, elimination phase, Pau Gasol cannot be guarded or slowed down on a single coverage. You do need to double him down.
Maciulis makes the first. Points per game. He's only got 3 today. And the offensive rebound and put back. Nope. Valanciunas couldn't score, but the ball goes out of bounds. Lithuania maintained possession.
Good fight by Valanciunas. But I think with his experience and size, you almost expect him to finish. Look at it one more time right here. He had Pau Gasol behind him and Mirotic on his side. That probably distracted his shot, or maybe deflected a little bit.
Jevtokas has come into the game, number 15, the veteran, the captain for Lithuania. He sets the pick, so Valanciunas goes out. Kalnietis. And Spain do get the ball. Kuzminskas was challenging. So 25 seconds left in the first half, and Jevtokas is putting a body on Gasol, and he picks up the foul. So that's number 4 on Lithuania.
And I assume that Spain just really now will be looking at Pau Gasol, and you see him being fouled on a post-up situation by Jevtokas. Jevtokas has slid on the bench for the last 19 and a half minutes. And he's the oldest player on the team.
Well, clearly they're trying to neutralize the Gasol factor, but I'm not sure that it's possible. And there's Claver on the other side, taps it in. The Gasol miss.
Look at Victor Claver just getting his off the offensive rebounds.
Final 4 seconds of the first half. Maciulis puts it up from 3. Go! How about that? Jonas Maciulis.
That's a foul beat. Buzzer beater by Maciulis. And I have seen in many games, as you see the replay right here, the momentum just can't swing in a major way if you make this basket like just Maciulis did. It's only 8-point lead there for Spain.
Well, he's shot that right in front of the 2015 class of FIBA Hall of Fame inductees. And they recognized a great one. He's been terrific in this tournament. Spain lead at 41-33 at halftime over Lithuania. So Spain in front of Lithuania by 8 points at halftime. George, the shooting continues to be good overall for Spain.
But at least from the 3, if you Lithuania, it has evened out because they made last 3 3-pointers actually, if you count Maciulis's. Lithuania is doing a good job on the boards. They just have to really find a way to stop the pick and roll situation with Pau Gasol. They have not been able to do that at all.
Well, 8 points to lead for Spain. Second half action coming back your way here from Lille, France.
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday evening, in an official enshrinement ceremony, some great men and women received the most prestigious honor that exists in international basketball. They were inducted into the 2015 class of the FIBA Hall of Fame. All of them have greatly contributed to the game of basketball in the categories of players, coaches, referees, and contributors.
Mesdames et messieurs, hier soir, des héros hommes et femmes ont reçu le prix le plus prestigieux qu'on puisse recevoir dans le monde du basketball. Ils ont rejoint la classe 2015 de la FIBA Hall of Fame dans les catégories joueurs, coach, arbitre et contributeurs.
We are honored to present all the 2015 inductees here at the 2015 Eurobasket in Lille. Accompanying us on the court is the president of FIBA, Mr. Horacio Muratore, who will be presenting the awards.
À nos côtés, le président de la FIBA, Monsieur Horacio Muratore, remettra les prix.
We will begin with the men behind the scenes, those who do not shine on the court, but made it all possible. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Noah Klieger from Israel, inducted in the FIBA Hall of Fame in the contributor category.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez s'il vous plaît accueillir et applaudir Monsieur Noah Klieger d'Israël qui va être intronisé au FIBA Hall of Fame dans la catégorie contributeur.
Mr. Klieger was basketball journalist who covered 30 of 33 previous Eurobasket championships. On the screen, some images and some of his achievements.
Monsieur Klieger est un journaliste de renom ayant couvert pas moins de 30 championnats d'Europe de basket.
Our next category are the main protagonists together with players and coaches. But unlike the players, the less you notice their performance, the better they are. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Robert Blanchard from France, inducted in the FIBA Hall of Fame in the referee category.
Veuillez s'il vous plaît accueillir le français Robert Blanchard qui rentre au FIBA Hall of Fame dans la catégorie arbitre.
On the screen, some images and achievements of Mr. Blanchard's long officiating career. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the coaches category. Our first inductee comes from Australia, where she is a coaching legend.
Passons maintenant à la catégorie du coach. Elle est une légende en Australie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Coach Jan Sterling from Australia on the giant screens. Only a few of her many achievements.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez s'il vous plaît applaudir Coach Sterling.
And now we come to the players category. Our first hero comes from the United States of America, and she won about everything you can win in basketball.
Dans la catégorie des joueurs, elle a gagné tout ce qu'on pourrait gagner en basketball. Elle vient des États-Unis pour recevoir son prix.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the most dominating players in the history of women's basketball, Anne Donovan from the USA.
Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissez très fort Anne Donovan des États-Unis. Mesdames et messieurs, s'il vous plaît, accueillez bienvenue Monsieur Noah Klieger d'Israël, intronisé au FIBA Hall of Fame dans la catégorie contributeur.
Mr. Klieger was basketball journalist who covered 30 of 33 previous Eurobasket championships. On the screen, some images and some of his achievements.
Monsieur Klieger est un journaliste de renom ayant couvert pas moins de 30 championnats d'Europe de basket.
Our next inductee is a true hero in his home country of Lithuania with an basketball, and diving from the USA. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, President Moratore.
Allez, chers amis, on espère que ce Hall of Fame vous a pu retrouver les gloires, les anciennes gloires du basketball. C'était parfait, génial, on espère que ça vous a plu bien évidemment. On est reparti dans quelques minutes seulement dans ce match. Et une nouvelle fois, on l'espère avec l'ambiance maximum, parce qu'on va vous annoncer assez rapidement un chiffre important. Vous faites partie, vous aussi quelque part, face au Hall of Fame, de l'histoire du basket. Et on va reparler dans quelques instants, mais auparavant, on aimerait à nouveau retrouver l'ambiance España, Lituania, on veut du bruit partout.
(41-33), Spain on top of Lithuania here at Eurobasket 2015, the final, the game that everybody wants to see here. You know, it's a 24-team tournament. We started in 4 countries. Germany had Group B, that's where you were. There's Sergio Scariolo, he was with you in Berlin. They had a group up in Riga, Latvia. They had a group in Zagreb, Croatia, and also here in Montpellier, France. It's been a wild couple of weeks, and here we are, the last game of the tournament. And George, Spain had a blistering hot start, but Lithuania have kind of collected themselves and got back in, got within striking distance.
Exactly, and I think that the last basket by Machunas, the three-pointer, was very psychologically important because it got it down from double-digit deficit to only 8 points at the moment. Let's remind ourselves that Lithuania is used to being down and coming back and winning some of the games because on average they have won 6 games in the tournament here by 5 or less points. So I think that the bells are ringing there for Lithuania, but it's not something that they have not experienced before. They have been able to come out of some tough holes there here in the tournament in the Eurobasket 2015.
What kind of adjustments do you think Kazlauskas will make, and what do you anticipate Scariolo doing?
Well, I think that Jonas Kazlauskas is going to have to take a gamble there on the pick and roll. I think that he's going to have to sag the big man to take away the role of Pau Gasol to the rim. You cannot guard the pick and roll and take everything away. You're going to have to live with the outside shot. That would be my adjustment. On the other side, I think that Sergio Scariolo is playing with a group of guys that get so much confidence in their skills, and if everything breaks down, they just give it to this man who you see right here on your screen, Pau Gasol. So I think he's going to stay with a similar game plan or game flow as we have seen in the majority of the tournament. He has made actually one adjustment, as you see Felipe Reyes checking into the starting lineup for the second half instead of Nikola Mirotic. So you get more rebounding and aggressiveness out of the basket with Reyes and less outside shot.
So second half action underway here from Lille, France. It's Lithuania with possession, and they're down by 8 points. See if they can pick up where they left off right before halftime when Machulis hit a long three-pointer at the buzzer. A fadeaway three, and Sergio Llull commits the first foul for Spain.
I think Spain has been successful in switching because here you see after the pick and roll situation, the post up Jankunas versus Yuri, the Lithuanians have not been able to exploit that advantage in the post.
Llull reaches up and bats the ball to Pau Ribas, who goes up for his first Eurobasket final dunk.
And this is not a good way for Lithuania to start. They turn the ball over now the half-court line, and easy 2 points there for the Spain.
Jankunas for three, and Gasol able to knock the ball over to Llull. Spain want to push it up now, and Llull just kind of lost control. So there's the turnover that goes the way of Lithuania.
That last shot by Jankunas was his second three-point attempt. He has not been able to hit the long shot from the outside. That was a rare mistake by Yoyo in that situation.
So Kalnietis over to Reinaldas Sabudas. Lithuania down 10. Kalnietis. Machulis, he's going to have to launch one, and what do we have here? 3 seconds?
Nope, it's a foul on the post-up situation. I saw the elbow, actually his right elbow of Valanciunas going against Pau Gasol, and the referee from the weak side calls a foul, offensive foul of Valanciunas. That's tough for Valanciunas. He's got only 4 points in the game, and he has not been able to establish himself in the low post, go to his one-on-one game. And is he called for another foul? Oh, he is. That's two quick fouls here, Jonas Valanciunas. So it's got to be number 3.
That's his third three fouls, and Kavliauskas has to come in. You know, for obvious reasons, we talked about this as a key matchup before the game, and Valanciunas is going to the bench. So Kavliauskas is going to have to play big, and don't be surprised if Jatokas comes back in for Lithuania. Llull gets a little bit of space, puts up a jumper, and it's good.
Perfect execution. Pick and roll was not there. Sergio Llull takes care of the situation one-on-one against Kalnietis.
A record 27,373 fans, Eurobasket record watching this game today. Machulis. here inside this arena in Lille. And a foul called on Spain.
Yankunas is just really working hard there on offensive boards, and he got fouled by Rivas.
That's his first personal foul.
He goes to the bench, so now you go with some serious speed because you have substituted Valenciunas, and you got Kuzminskas there. So that's a lot more speed, less size.
Bounce pass, it goes to Kavaliauskas, and he shows this crowd he can dunk it too, just like the big man for Spain.
I think that Kavaliauskas is just understanding that he's going to have to make some adjustments. Something changed. It is not working with his usual lineup with Valenciunas and Yankunas there, so he goes small. Takes chances, but you have to do something.
Absolutely. Yule catches it. Drives in, passes it back outside to Fernandez, and that was short. Machulis gets the rebound.
That was a good contest on the shot by Kalnietis.
And Kalnietis drives in, misses, but Kavaliauskas is suddenly playing like a man possessed, but Gasol knocks it out. Now Yule. Felipe Reyes gets inside. Gets it back over to Gasol, and Gasol drains the baseline jumper.
How smooth is Paul Gasol? He got a ball from Felipe Reyes. Just kind of easily goes up. Smooth jumper, mid-range. Paul Gasol, 2 points.
So that's his first 2 of the second half. Quickly to the other end, Kalnietis misses, and Yule brings it back for Spain. Offensive foul called on Felipe Reyes.
The referees are calling it pretty tight there in the post today. There's contact. The offensive side.
Yeah, he really did kind of lay into Kavaliauskas. Let's see.
Number 43, Lucas Lekavicius, replacing number 5, Mantas Kalnietis.
It was Kuzminskas who drew the foul. Sabutis inside the arc. Back out to Machulis. And now the interception by Rudy Fernandez. Rudy goes down the lane. And a foul called on Kavaliauskas. Kavaliauskas picks up his second.
That's a good job by the Lithuanians to kind of collapse and close the middle, but the foul was committed from the back by Kavaliauskas.
Foul was on number 12 from Lithuania. Kavaliauskas is second.
Well, they're not going to wait around. Lithuania called timeout with 6:16 remaining in the third quarter. They're trailing by 12.
Nous allons demander à l'occasion de cette finale de l'Eurobasket 2015. USA 100.
So Lithuania called the timeout, George. They've had some momentum, but when it seems like they get something going, Spain comes down and makes a play. 12 points for Spain off the turnovers, off the 11 Lithuania turnovers.
I mean, if you expect the Lithuania to disrupt things there defensively and just try to get Spain out of their offensive rhythm, as we saw them doing successfully in the semifinal and the quarterfinal, it is not happening. It is actually Spain just disrupting everything there on offense for Lithuania. This was a rare execution of the pick and roll between Kalnietis and Kavaliauskas, but besides that, I mean, it is such a grind there today for Lithuania to put any points up on the scoreboard. It has been a struggle, an uphill struggle.
So Rudy Fernandez at the line for Spain with 6:16 remaining in the third. And Rudy has got his first point here of the second half. And this was a big development because Rudy was not fully fit. You know, there was talk that he wouldn't play again at the Eurobasket. That's how bad his back situation was. And he makes both free throws here at the second
Sorry, early in the second half, and now has 11 points. So he had 30 first half points. Lekavicius back into the game for Lithuania. The point guard, here he is, number 43. He puts up a jumper, and Gasol gets the rebound quickly out to Sergio Yul. Out to Ribas. Pau Ribas. Count it!
Look at the fast break, just finished with a spot-up three-pointer by Ribas. That is, you cannot stop this because Yul is driving so hard to the basket. Defense collapses, Ribas is spotting up. Perfect basketball.
Well, some of those other Spanish players are doing a pretty good job today. Cavaliauskas goes up against Gasol and has the shot blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Look at the last two shots that Lithuanians have taken. Shot by Lekavicius, a jumper, and now a post-up situation of Cavaliauskas back to the basket versus Paul Gasol. I'm sorry, but these are not the type of shots that you want to take. You do not have any kind of advantage in both of those situations.
Sergio Yul brings it across midcourt. And his pass intercepted by Lekavicius. Now, Canietes, a 3-on-2 break. And Pau Ribas commits the tactical foul.
Number 8 from Spain, Pau Ribas.
The partial score in the third quarter, 11-2 for Spain, as you see the tactical foul by Pau Ribas.
Lithuania will take out from the side.
Cavaliauskas tries to set a pick, and Lekavicius hits it to Kuzminskas, and Kuzminskas lays it over the rim.
I don't even see how Lekavicius got the pass there to Kuzminskas. That was a risky one.
He was kind of in no man's land. And a foul, Machulis.
I mean, if you talk about the three Lithuanian players, Machulis, Kalnietis, and Valanciunas as the key players, as you see the last foul here by Machulis. I mean,
here's the play we were talking about.
Number 8, Machulis.
Passes through the cutter.
Spain just has done such a phenomenal job of taking them out of their rhythm. They cannot find anything easy. Great scouting by the Spaniards.
Yul has his pass tipped, and Mindaugas Kuzminskas backs it over, and he gets it back, and he puts it up and in.
That's great pressure by Kuzminskas. He's avoided with the dunk on the other side. And again, he brings out the pressure. This is what Lithuania is going to have to bring out. They cannot save anything. There is no tomorrow for them.
And Felipe Reyes' three, no good. And now Kuzminskas. An offensive foul called on Yankunas. And the crowd is going to boo Rudy.
Offensive foul.
And I am not sure about this one because I thought that Yankunas was well set before the take.
Here's another look.
And substitution for Spain into the game.
Absolutely no call.
Replacing number 9
Watch this.
Well, he kind of turned his shoulder. I take it back. I mean, if he did not turn his shoulder and just met him chest to chest.
And I got to say, I wonder if we're going to see Rudy again because he's had the back problems. He's not going to get any mercy at all from this crowd. He is one of the probably most unpopular players outside of Spain.
And I think this is not to blame anybody, but Niko Amiracic just forgot to call out the screen to Rudy, who got plastered there on the screen. It's a tough screen, but I mean, you cannot blame Yankunas. He was just trying to really set a tough pick and get Rudy off the ball.
This is pretty poor sportsmanship from this crowd, I have to say. Well, I mean, anybody that has followed Fernandez in this tournament knows he has been in serious pain.
And that was serious contact there.
Yeah,
on the
there's
screen.
no doubt that was contact. Whether it was a foul or not, that's debatable.
But the fact that he's had to leave the court in pain is it's not good. So Claver comes into the game. So Pau Gasol backs up Kavaliauskas. And Kavaliauskas pushes him away, but it doesn't stop Pau Gasol.
What can you do? I mean, it's a one-on-one situation. 2 meters 15, Pau Gasol against 2 meters 3, Kavaliauskas. He shoots a fadeaway jumper. You cannot stop it.
Lekavicius out to Kavaliauskas. Now Rodriguez. The lead is 15 for Spain. And they're spreading the floor here. Now a pass intercepted. Well read there by Lithuania. Kaunietis over to Mindaugas Kuzminskas. And it rims out.
That was a very early three-pointer. It was almost on the fast break by Kuzminskas. I think there's enough time. The Lithuanians cannot panic so soon.
Gasol turns. Same situation. This time, Kavaliauskas holds his ground and Lithuania get it back. Mantas Kaunietis drills the three-pointer.
And that's a three-pointer number 2 there for Kaunietis. He's up to 10 points.
Yule gets it over to Rodriguez. 5 on the shot clock. Rodriguez drives in and puts up a runner. And gets it right at the buzzer, so to a 14-point advantage.
Rodriguez in the last 2 games, he's been getting more and more confidence.
Kaunietis inside, but a foul called on us, on Kavaliauskas, perhaps.
Yep, it is. It was a push on Pau Gasol. And I think that now the Lithuanian coach, Kazlauskas, knows that he has to risk it all. He's going to have to go back with Valanciunas, who's got 3 fouls, as you saw here. The last situation, look at the tough shot here by Sergio Rodriguez. That's an extra bonus again. Tough shot at the end of the shot clock.
Hard to believe that Sergio Rodriguez's first 2 points. Gasol, meanwhile, goes to the line and goes to 19 points.
If you're Lithuania, you have to find a way to get Jonas Valanciunas going. He's got only 4 points at the moment. You either establish it in the low post, or it's going to be extremely difficult for Lithuania to make a comeback.
Kaunietis. Heritage almost with the steal. Claver grappling down low with Yankunas, and Claver will be called for a foul.
I almost thought if Valanciunas was shooting that ball, he just kind of changed his mind at the last second and went for the high-low pass.
Always goal to number 10 from Spain, Victor Claver. And substitution for both teams. That's Claver's 6th foul, both teams substitution.
So Gasol comes out. It's a 15-point lead with 1:22 to go in the third quarter.
There is not a better time for the Lithuanians to try to go to Valanciunas in the low post if you got Pau Gasol on the bench. You have to take a chance and establish it.
The line today, 5 of 7. And there you see Rudy being helped to the changing room. And that just kind of drives home how hard that shot was. Hopefully he's going to be all right. Now, into the corner. Claver from the right. It's good! Victor Claver! X Factor!
This is Victor Claver of Eurobasket 2015, playing with utmost confidence off the bench for Spain.
Valanciunas out to Maciulis, and a little runner from Maciulis. Now the ball batted to Yule. So Claver's struggles well chronicled. He's finding his way here with Spain's national team. Reyes, and it goes to Miratic, and he's blocked by Machulis.
Why don't they go to Valanciunas? There's nothing called for the post-up play. He comes out to the three-point line. You don't want Valanciunas on the three-point line.
He's going to roll. And Felipe Reyes fouls with 6.6 seconds remaining here in the quarter. But Lithuania down 18. And it's awfully hard. You know, as good as Lithuania are and as resilient, it's awfully hard to see them come back from this. Look at that three-pointer from Claver. This is a dagger. This is a third-quarter dagger.
And he has really found it difficult after he finished his NBA career to come back to Europe, get some kind of a rhythm with Khimki Moscow. I saw him at the end of the season. He just did not really look comfortable there in that situation. What a great play and a great spark off the bench he's been providing here for Spain. And I think it really has to do a lot with the fact that he's playing his natural position, at the position of the small forward.
Second free throw good, so 60-43. Valanciunas back out. And Tokas comes into the game. And Kunis comes into the game. Reyes is going to come out. Rivas back in. Now, Yule gets it to Miritic. It's a long three. And fortunately for Lithuania, Miritic misses the long one. So at the end of 3 quarters, is Spain well in command, 60-43 over Lithuania.
Finale de l'Eurobasket 2015. And it's time to play with the Peko Bishop Challenge. Peko, the presenting partner
65% shooting for Spain. That's going to win you a lot of ball games.
Lithuania is shooting exactly half, 32% only. Lithuania just keeping it relatively close, 17 points by being more dominant there on the boards. But other than that, I would like to use your words. It's a one-way traffic there in the game so far for Spain.
Pau Gasol with 19 points. Remember, these teams met, these countries met 2003. 2003 at the Eurobasket in Sweden. Gasol had that amazing game, 36 points. Lithuania won it. Jasikevicius, remember him? Did you ever play with Jasikevicius?
Yeah, I did. I played with him on the club level, the national team level. He's a great one. Looking at the stats some more, I think that you have to you have to give so much credit here to Spain about for taking care of the ball. They have turned it over only 8 times. I mean, they just really come down and don't rush things. They run their offense patiently. And as I said before, if things break down, you always can go to Paul Gasol.
I think it's fair to, because of where you are, you also played for Kazlauskas, the coach of Lithuania, and Scariolo, the coach of Spain. And I think overall that they've both done a pretty good job in this game. I mean, what more can Kazlauskas do than what he hasn't tried? He's tried everything, hasn't he?
Well, he has tried different moves. He has gone big with Valanciunas. He's gone small with Kavaliauskas and Kuzminskas at 4 and 5, and nothing is working. I think that Spain is just playing some very smart and focused defense, and they are not making any mental mistakes. It is really difficult to make the adjustment.
So inbounds pass to Rodriguez. 4th quarter action underway here, and Lille, Spain, in command, trying to lower the boom. Some might think they have already lowered the boom. Lithuania will push this thing to the end, though. They're not going to go away.
So important for Scariolo in Spain that Pau Gasol right now is sitting on the bench and he's getting some much-needed rest.
Rodriguez gets it up, and Claver couldn't quite catch it.
That was a tough pass because I thought that everybody was expecting the pass to go to Miritic. And Rodriguez changed his mind and was looking for Claver.
So Kalnietis, Machulis, Sabutis, Jankunas, and Valanciunas on the floor for Lithuania. They need to start making inroads now. Yankunas for three. That's short. And there is the rebound.
Again, it was a short three-pointer by Yankunas. All of his shots have been missed short.
Rodriguez back to Claver. And he turns it over. Now Canientes, Yankunas, and puts it up and draws the foul. So 2 free throws coming for Yankunas. First foul for Rodriguez.
It's a strong foul because Rodriguez was trying to make sure that there's no N1 play there for Yankunas. Ideally, he would have fouled him on the floor before the shot was taken, but it was not possible because he was backpedaling to the defense. 2 guys coming on at him.
Do you think there was anything that Lithuania did wrong at the start of this game, or do you think it was just a case of they were just going up against a couple of really class performances with Rudy and Gasol especially?
I would say that early on in the first 3 minutes, they just really looked out of sync because of the pressure maybe they put on themselves. That was the only thing I would say, but how do you get rid of that pressure? It's a question.
Rodriguez over to Ribas. Ribas for three. That's an air ball. Now Kuzmitskas and fouled by Claver. Hate that foul.
You hate it, but it is working so well. It's tactical. It stops the game. It makes it difficult for Lithuania. They have to go again to out of bounds. They have to.
Rudy now is coming back. I don't think we're going to see him again for the rest of the game. You can see he's got some ice on his side. One of the most competitive players in international basketball, without a question, Rudy Fernandez. And Machulis tries to feed it to Valanciunas. The ball goes out of bounds.
This is so difficult for Valanciunas. Has to be frustrating for him. First, there was no passing angle. They tried to look for high-low, wasn't there. Extra dribble to the sideline by Machulis. And the ball is thrown out of bounds.
You would think that with Lithuania to get the game helter-skelter, try to get some points in transition, it's going to be really their best chance. Rodriguez dances around, puts up the jumper, and good strong rebound there for Machulis, and he's fouled by Mirotic.
You know, what you said is true. They can go helter-skelter, they can go small and try to go for some crazy shots, but at the same time, I think if Coach Carroll is going to see that, he's going to come back with Pau Gasol, and all of a sudden you get a mismatch in the post.
No timeout on the floor. 35 remaining, and it's all Spain at this point.
Tenemos que hacer un tiro rápido de 3, un demasiado bote ahí, una ponerla al suelo, por favor, recapacitemos, tranquilidad.
Well, Sabutis has 13 points for Lithuania, Canientes 10. Valanciunas has just 4 points, and Machulis 6, and they've been a huge part of what they've been doing in this tournament.
And if you look at Valanciunas, to me, he's more important because he's only 2 for 5. He's only shot 5 shots. It is not like he's missing everything, but the Lithuanians have not been able to get in the ball on the post where he could go and use his powerful frame.
Well, you see, Dalia, the president.
Get it all psychic.
Yep. I know she's happy that Lithuania has qualified for the Olympics. And just don't lose sight of the fact that by winning their semifinal against Serbia, they qualified for the Olympics.
For every single Olympics after Lithuania gained their independence.
Since 1992, yep. The Dream Team Olympics. Sarunas Marciulionis has gone into the FIBA Hall of Fame to join Arvydas Sabonis. And they were both in that 1992 Olympic side of Lithuania. Valanciunas tries to go up against Gasol. He backs him up and puts up a soft one. And no good. And 7:45 remaining now.
That is just a missed shot by Valanciunas. He really backed Gasol close to the basket. Just couldn't make the shot.
Here it is for three. And Valanciunas with a rebound. Lithuania need to get a three-pointer to fall. They need a couple of plays, and they could be right back in it. Kaunietsis for three. Short. Maciulis with the rebound. Puts it up and in. Boy, he is not afraid to go up against anybody.
That's a gutsy call right there against Pau Gasol. You get an offensive rebound, go for the fake, and immediately go against him.
Well, it's back to 13 now. Gasol goes to work against Valanciunas. Oh, bounce pass to Claver, who has the reverse dunk. And look at Spain right now. They have got the wind in their sails. It's back to a 15-point lead, and Lithuania burned another timeout.
Such a difficult situation there for Lithuania. When Pau Gasol got it in the post, he started backing down Valanciunas, help comes, and he just dumps it. He doesn't force a tough shot. He sees his teammates. He's looking for his teammates cutting down. And here you see the story. Offensive rebounds. Lithuania 17, but only 11 points out of that.
See Rudy there kind of leaning forward. 60 points off turnovers for Spain, off 13 Lithuania turnovers. So that's happened a little bit better for Lithuania. But, you know, let's go back last year while we've got a chance here, just to remind everybody that Spain hosted, oh, there's Rafa Nadal on the left. You see in the red jacket, and Juan Carlos Ferraro on the right. Juan Carlos Navarro on the right. La Bomba, Eurobasket 2011 MVP. So the heavyweights have come out. Here's the reverse layup dunk, courtesy of the Pau Gasol pass.
How are we going to call him Pau the Legend? I don't think he deserves anything less than that.
I'll tell you, we've seen some new Hall of Famers here, and I think he's going to be going into the FIBA Hall of Fame probably at the first opportunity. Once he stops playing, of course.
Foul called in a post-up against Pau Gasol, but then he just kind of follows through and slaps the ball out of the hands of Valanciunas. And that's a smart play because you don't want Valanciunas to score even after the whistle was called to get a good feeling.
Absolutely. 6:41 remaining, and long one. Claver soars high for the rebound. Claver now with 7 points, 5 rebounds. A lot of people wondering if he was even going to be in the team this summer. It's turned out to be pretty important to this Spain team. Outside to Sergio Rodriguez. And Pau Gasol bats it out to Rodriguez, who gets it over to Claver for 3. And that was off the back of the rim. These Lithuanian fans haven't stopped believing. Kuzminskas, alley-oop pass, and finally, big Jonas Maciulis.
And it is because it was a 4-5 man playing the pick and roll. Kuzminskas does a good job of taking the ball. 5-man Valanciunas rolls to the basket. Great playmaking by Kuzminskas.
5.5 minutes remaining. Gasol tries to go to work again against Valanciunas. And this time, Claver comes around and grabs the ball out of the air. Good job by Valanciunas. Yule puts up the jumper, and Powell follows. And a foul called on Kuzminskas or Maciulis? Maciulis.
That's 2 costly mistakes there for Lithuania. First, it's Claver with the offensive rebound, and Pau Gasol fouls the miss of Yule here. He's going to have 2 free throws. That is just deflating there for Lithuania to play such a good defense and lose 2 offensive rebounds.
Into the game for Lithuania,
I'll tell you what, I mean, anytime you give a chance to the other team to go for the second chance points, it is so hard to take mentally.
And number 10,
well, here's Pau Gasol taking the free throw to take it up
the first free throw is
63-49. I was going to say, remember last year at the World Cup, Spain going out in the quarterfinals against France? What a difference a year makes. Both free throws good. Back to a 15-point lead.
15-point lead for Spain with 5:14 remaining.
Kuzminskas. Pass to Valanciunas. Much better now for Lithuania.
This is what they need to do. Jonas Valanciunas needs to operate as close to the basket as possible.
But Lithuania have got to get some stops. Rodriguez explodes, gets it to Gasol, and Gasol puts up a very difficult shot. Might have been better advised to pass that one out.
He was surrounded by Yankunas and Valanciunas. A lot of pressure on him.
Kuzminskas dribbles around the top. Now Valanciunas, and he tries to go up. Blocks. Yule out on the run. Here it goes to Rodriguez, and he lays it up and in.
2 points.
And that's a big blow there to Valanciunas. He got 2 baskets in a row. Was starting to fill in the flow, but misses on that one.
Pass inside to Yankunas, and he's fouled by Mirotic.
But you see how much better it is for Lithuania to attack early, to go into that pick and roll situation with Yankunas. But if you go to that 5-on-5 that we've seen, that was the last block there on Valanciunas, it is almost impossible to beat Spain today. What a focus there by the duo of Gasol and Mirotic under the basket, just really shutting down the interior. Then if you add Claver, the small forward, who's also going down.
But George, you have watched Spain play since Berlin. I was in Montpellier, and they, you know, you could argue until the last couple of games, now the offensive rebound and putback. You know, what has happened? All of the players now seem to have raised it up a notch in this game, haven't they?
Absolutely, especially on defense. This was the biggest concern and problem for Sergio Scariolo in Berlin. I spoke to him about it.
Well, that was a big play at the other end now. Lithuania need a stop. They got it to within 12. Santa Materio in the game for Spain. Yule puts up a 3! And that is a dagger!
That is absolute dagger, and Sergio Yule is a master of these clutch shots.
Kalnietis back to Yankunas for 3.
That's 0 for 4.
Foul called on Valanciunas. The 3 was there for Yankunas. He simply cannot make a 3. Lithuania 5 of 20 from 3-point range.
And that's also a part of the reason why it's so difficult for Valanciunas to play. Because if you remember the game against Italy, the games against Serbia in the quarter and semifinal, the Lithuanians were able to stretch it out, make more space there for Valanciunas to operate in the basket, because Yankunas was hitting the 3-pointer from the top of the key.
And it goes to Gasol, and he's fouled, but it was before the shot, and Valanciunas has fouled out of the game. So that is 2 quick ones on Jonas Valanciunas.
Personal foul. Valanciunas must abandon the game.
So tough way to go out for Valanciunas, but Kavaliauskas is going to come in. Valanciunas, 10 points, 9 rebounds. He's just not quite at the same level as Gasol yet, but he is getting better without question.
But a tough final for him nonetheless.
But different, yeah. Gasol over to Santa Materio, and he goes to Reyes, and Reyes had it knocked away, but Gasol gets it back and gives it to his good buddy Reyes. Good defense from Lithuania, but no, Yankunas commits a foul right at the end of the shot clock.
That was exactly when the 24-second shot time was signed. Look at the extra pass right here by Pau. He did not panic. He didn't go with the tough shot.
Technical foul has been called on Sergio Scariolo and by his fellow Italian, I might add, Luigi Lamanca.
But do you believe that? I mean, the ball went Spain's way.
Now, at least Spain will get their free throws. Well, I don't know what he was called. Was he looking for an unsportsmanlike foul?
I have no idea what just happened, because Felipe is at the line shooting 2 free throws, so that last goal was obviously okay for Spain.
Yeah, so I don't know what he was complaining about. Maybe he fully understood. He figured, well, I'm up by pretty big here. I want to let Lamanca have it. And maybe it shouldn't hurt us in the long run. 17 points lead, so now a free throw will be taken
For
by
Lithuania.
Balaknis, and Lithuania will have the ball as well. And Balaknis misses the free throw, and that's the kind of game it's been for Jonas Kazlauskas for Lithuania.
Balaknis 81% free throw shooter.
Balaknis for three. Go!
Up 71-57. Lithuania's still got a chance, but they've got to get stops. We've been saying that the entire game.
And they're going to have to do it without Valanciunas.
Gasol backs up Kavaliauskas and now gets it to Sanamaterio, who puts it up, and Kavaliauskas knocks it off the rim. Now, Kuzminskas. Time, the clock is the enemy. And beautiful shot from Kuzminskas. Sweeping little sort of jump hook.
But did you see Paul Gasol just standing there and Kuzminskas looking at him right underneath the basket? He changes everything there for you if you post it out.
Reyes into Gasol. Gasol turns, gets the bump, and draws the foul. And you just simply cannot commit that foul if you come out of the Oscar.
But it's such a smart basketball there by Paul. He understands he's got a mismatch. He waits for everybody to clear out. Now he's open, one-on-one situation. He feels the pressure from Kavaliauskas, takes the turnaround jumper. It's pushed. I mean, Kavaliauskas doesn't really have too many options. He's undersized against Paul Gasol. He has to try to push him out, to root him out of the paint as far from the basket as possible.
Gasol misses the free throw. Rare miss for him for Kuzminskas. Quickly up the floor, just 2 minutes to go. The clock is the enemy, 13 points to deficit. Lithuania have to put it up. And they're wasting too much time here. Kavaliauskas. Kuzminskas. Spin, gets inside, gets blocked by Gasol. A third foul. A third block, rather.
And this is exactly where you want Paul Gasol to be, around the basket, making all the block shots.
Well, let's just talk about this. I mean, this is a tremendous achievement for Pau Gasol in Spain. Here's Gasol for three. Good! And he looks up! And you are quite possibly looking, folks, at one of the all-time. You're definitely looking at one of the greatest European players of all time. One of the great international basketball players. Unbelievable. He now has 25 points, 11 rebounds, 3 block shots. There's no doubt about who is the most valuable player in this tournament. Gasol also with 4 assists.
4 assists, he involves his teammates. And I tell you, I mean, as I said, I have seen all the games of the Spanish team played here at Eurobasket 2015, and nobody has figured out a way to stop Paul Gasol at these 9 games. Nobody has come close. Give him so much credit for the patience. He is not forcing anything. He is just patiently waiting for his chance. I love it, but in the first quarter, he doesn't even look for his shot. He just looks for ways to involve his teammates. That's such a maturity. Look at the three-pointer right here. Stretches out the defense. You go and try to take away my inside game to roll. I'm going to step out and shoot a three-pointer. And he goes, oh yeah, baby. I'm feeling it. This one is coming home.
George, we've seen it so many times. I mean, you know, we're witnessing history here, folks. This is a master at his craft. And you know what? He's 35 and still coming out and playing for his national team. Unbelievable. Paunitis, the three-pointer. Well, that gets it back a little. Trades the threes, but they can't trade shots. Spain will not be in a rush. Who would you foul if you're Lithuania? Maybe Sanamaterio. Guess they're not going to do it. They're going to run the shot clock down. 5 on the shot clock. Yule for 3. Banks it in! The bank's open! And Yankunas also fouls Felipe Reyes on the play. And that is about as big a dagger
as you are ever going to see, folks.
Look at the play right here. Bank shot three. Kunas comes in strong. Falls Felipe. Who does a veteran move right here by getting hooked and going down pretty easily to the floor. But it is all going well there for Spain.
Well, you just have to applaud it. I mean, this Lithuania team has been terrific, but Spain, quite simply, as the stakes have risen, so has their level of play. And Jankunas with 4 fouls. It has been something to behold how this Spain team has done it.
But how about this, that they went down to the last seconds of their game in the group against home team Germany in Berlin.
They could have gone out.
They almost did not qualify for this phase.
Yep, they had a chance. There's Arvydas Sabonis, the legendary Lithuanian, the president of the Basketball Federation. Tough pill to swallow, but I think realistically they're going to look back on it and say this has been a successful tournament for them. They've made it to the final for a second consecutive time. I wonder if Scariolo is going to bring Gasol out. Maybe he's going to let him finish the game. Well, no, he's going to bring him out. He's going to get a few rounds of applause. And maybe, well, we're seeing the likeness. Domas Sabonis goes in, the son of Arvydas Sabonis, who we were just talking about, plays at Gonzaga, so he hasn't really any minutes. William Vivas in, the young guard at Valencia Basket. Pablo Aguilar getting some minutes here at the end of the game. Aguilar was a good player 2 years ago in Slovenia. Now Green Vivas puts up a three, and that is going to give Hernan Gomez a chance to go into the game, and you are going to hear a lot of applause for Pau Gasol. You can only appreciate, and it's interesting, the youngster Hernan Gomez, and look at Pau Gasol as he goes down the bench, hugs all the way around with Felipe Reyes, his good friend.
Juan Carlos Navarro is standing up there. Everybody is just giving a salute. I think to a lock MVP of the tournament, Rafa Nadal, you have to respect Pau Gasol. I mean, I think he has become a Spanish national hero in this tournament.
Well, he's been unbelievable. He's a legend, folks. They're usually not legends until they stop playing, but there's no doubt about it who the legend is. It's Pau Gasol in Spain yet again, winning the European title, their third Eurobasket crown since 2009 in Poland. They won it in 2011 in Lithuania. And here they've come with probably on the outside their weakest squad in a long time, but they've ridden the back of Pau Gasol to the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the award ceremony will begin in just a few moments. We ask you to remain for the medal ceremony. Thank you.
Well, that picture tells you it all. 80-63, Spain winning. And George, there was no doubt about it.
There was absolutely no doubt about it. And how to peak at the right time after Spain started 1 and 2 in the group phase. They just came together and have not lost a game. It was not really a close score here for them. Besides France going to overtime, it was a magnificent game. Some say it was the final that was already played in the semifinal. But give so much credit to the group of guys that have come together and a magnificent leader there in Pau Gasol.
Well, fascinating. You know, they dipped last year at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. They lost at home in Madrid. A real humiliation for them to France. And now they've come to France and not only knocked out France, I suppose you have to say, avenged that defeat last year. But here they are. They've done it. Gasol with the 25 points, 12 rebounds. Phenomenal achievement for him. Phenomenal achievement overall for Spain. Their squad really rose to the occasion today. Lithuania have got nothing to be ashamed of. They have been utterly brilliant in the knockout round before today, and you simply cannot win them all. Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose.
Spain executed a perfect game plan on both sides of the floor. I mean, when the game started and he saw that Lithuania was looking a little unsettled, not sure of themselves, you knew there was going to be trouble. They could not get anything going defensively as well, especially after Spain scored 19 points in the first quarter. It was becoming increasingly clear that the Spanish team was just not going to be stopped today. Lithuania never taken a lead in this game, not even early on.
You know, Lithuania is a basketball country. They brought some fans. Spain have had some fans who they're outnumbered. Both of these teams will now have a relaxing time. They'll get ready. They'll get ready for the Olympics next year. Of course, before that, we're going to have the medal ceremony. And you know, you ask yourself, why would someone like Pau Gasol at 35 come out and spend his summers playing for his national team? Clearly, there's some people who don't understand why, but you know what?
I'm pretty clear,
like
but I got a pretty clear answer to it. I think that he really felt that he let down his nation last year in the World Cup in Spain, when everybody was anticipating Spain to play the great final, maybe greatest final in the World Cup history against the United States, and it did not happen in quarterfinals. They did get humiliated by France.
Although he did make the all-tournament team, so it wasn't like he let them down, but he just felt like we need to make sure everybody knows. You know, they had to come out and win this, didn't they, this year?
If you remember the game against France, I really think they did get humiliated. It was in home crowd, it was in Madrid, and France just dominated that game physically, mentally, and I think this was a way for Pau Gasol just to say that, you know, he's redeemed himself and his national team. Also a great comeback. Also, why don't we talk a little bit about Sergio Scariolo? Because he was not there last year. He came back to the national team for the second time, and I think that he has done a great job of preparing his team to everybody understand their role on the team.
Yeah, Sergio Scariolo, interestingly, in 2009, when they had a rough ride in the group stage, they lost to Serbia in their first game, just like they did here this year, and they almost lost to Slovenia. They beat them, and they almost lost to Great Britain. They turned that around. Had they lost the game to Great Britain, they were out of the tournament. They survived under Scariolo. They had a crisis meeting before the game against Turkey. Or after the game against Turkey, they lost that game, but then they came back and they won the title. And you know the story. I mean, in 2006, the world champion of Spain and Japan. The next year, they hosted the Eurobasket, and they lost to Russia. But really, there has not been a more dominant side in European basketball, really, since 2003. They have, in fact, maybe even before that, 2001. This Spanish team finished runners-up in 2003, so it has been over a decade of dominance for Spain.
And I think the Spanish players and coaches, the staff, they spoke about it. They like the fact that they've been really on the brink of elimination. They've been under pressure ever since the group stage, and I think they just served them some kind of an advantage here in the elimination phase because it was nothing new to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to begin the closing ceremony of the Eurobasket 2015.
14 years ago.
Before we present the medals, we kindly ask your appreciation for the individual
Even when he was
achievements
coming up
of the
as a
most
youngster, he wasn't the
outstanding
guy
players of this
that everybody
tournament.
thought was going to be the special
Mesdames et
player
messieurs, la
for
cérémonie
Spain.
de clôture de l'Eurobasket 2015 va commencer. Avant de remettre les médailles, nous accueillons les 5 meilleurs joueurs des bosses du monde. Leur récompense individuelle.
stories, the Spanish national team, and especially Pau Gasol. So we're going to have the medal ceremony
Mr.
here.
Francois
The podiums have been
President, will be presenting the awards for the All-Star 5 and the Most Valuable Player of the Eurobasket 2015.
So the order of the presenters.
François Thibault, président de Tissot, remettra les récompenses pour les 5 meilleurs joueurs du tournoi, ainsi que pour le MVP de l'Eurobasket 2015.
Eventually, we're going to have Mr. Kamil Novak, the executive director of Europe. So Tissot always, Francois Thibault, the president of Tissot, is kind of hand off.
First of all, the All-Star 5. The All-Star 5 are Sergio Rodriguez from Spain.
So Sergio Rodriguez is coming out. This is the alternate team.
Jonas Mačiulis from Lithuania.
Jonas Machulis has made the all-tournament team, so that's well-deserved. So this is the first received the all-tournament team first. So Rodriguez has made it. Nando De Colo has made it. Jonas Machulis has made it. Jonas Valanciunas has made it.
From Spain.
And Pau Gasol has made it. A man that has put a lot of pain on the Lithuanians tonight, and also some of the French over the years, including this year.
Mr.
So here you have it, the All-Star 5
will now present the TISO watches to the All-Star players.
Nando De Colo, and Sergio Rodriguez. So, Francois Thibault.
Sergio Rodriguez from Spain.
So there's Sergio Rodriguez. How would you assess his tournament? He really grew, didn't he? From Berlin.
Well, I think that really he has blossomed. I mean, in Berlin, in the first couple games, I don't want to say he was not existent, but he was really fighting it hard coming off the bench because he was not in the starting lineup. Paul Ribas was. And it's been just a phenomenal progress for him in the tournament.
Nando De Colo there, his star has really taken off, and a lot of Spanish fans like him. In fact, his wife comes from Valencia, where he played.
He's Mr. Consistency. I think it's a great acronym for Nando De Colo, just providing the constant offense.
Here's Jonas Machulis. I said before the broadcast he would have been my MVP if Lithuania were going to win. He was phenomenal. Remember the game against Georgia?
Just never giving up on anything. 34 points against Georgia. Almost single-handedly carried them to the quarterfinals.
Jonas Machulis, Jonas Machulis had some big games. I'm glad that he's gotten the repetition today. Because today, obviously, 10 points, 9 rebounds, but he found out it wasn't really the factor. Probably he needed to be against Pau Gasol. And Pau Gasol.
And he's loving it. He's here in the booth, but he's got all smiles because he knows that this is his time to shine. I have not seen a single player influence the outcome of the tournament like Pau Gasol has done for Spain.
The MVP of the Eurobasket 2015
Here he is, nicest man you'd ever want to meet off the court as well. Long-time NBA star. Obviously, got the chance to play with Nikola Mirotic this year, and now the MVP.
I would like to know the balloting because it must have been just by widest margin ever.
Yeah, there's no question. So,
please give a round of applause to the most valuable player of the Eurobasket 2015 and the All-Star 5.
Veuillez s'il vous plaît applaudir le MVP ainsi que les 5 majeurs du tournoi de l'Eurobasket 2015.
Congratulations to the All-Star 5 and the MVP of the Eurobasket 2015. And thank you, Mr. Thibault, the president of TISO.
Félicitations aux 5 majeurs du tournoi ainsi qu'au MVP de l'Eurobasket 2015. Nous remercions également M. Thibault, président de TISO, pour sa présence ce soir.
Nando De Colo had to say after the bronze medal win, they were asking him about the chance for MVP from the French crowd, and he said, listen, I've had a great tournament, but I would not have done anything without these guys that are around me. So these players know that
Ladies and
obviously
gentlemen,
they're
it is
special
now
players,
time
but
to present
it's a
the
team game
medals.
basketball.
Mesdames et messieurs, il est désormais
These
temps
days,
de présenter
absolutely correct.
les
I mean, you
médaillés.
cannot have a one-man
present the
team, but
medals, please
at the same
welcome
time, if you look at Spain,
Mr. Kamil
you have to
Novak,
give so
FIBA
much credit to
Executive
Pau
Director
Gasol.
Europe.
Oh, there's no way they reach the top of the podium without
Mr.
it.
Turgay Demidel, FIBA Europe President.
So
His
the
Majesty
medals
the King
are going
of
to be
Spain.
presented. Kamil Novak, the FIBA Executive Director of Europe.
President
Turgay
of
Demidel,
Lithuania.
FIBA Europe President. His Majesty, the King of Spain, is coming out. I'll let you say the President of Lithuania.
Dalia Grybauskaitė.
Nice one. And Mr. Jean-Pierre Smitha, President of the French Basketball Federation. And also Ms. Tunain Karabuk, Chief Marketing Officer.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the silver medalist of the Eurobasket 2015, Lithuania.
Veuillez s'il vous plaît accueillir les médaillés. l'équipe de Lituanie.
So we've already watched earlier today the French team receive their bronze medals. That's something that they've done. So they don't have to hang around.
Jonas Machulis.
We're seeing a wonderful team. I'll tell you what, George, this guy plays as hard as anybody.
Domantas Sabonis.
Gets his medal. Jonas Machulis.
What about Jonas Machulis when it's becoming almost a standard thing to get greeting from the King of Spain, because just 3 months ago he was getting the EuroLeague trophy from him in Madrid.
Also the Copa del Rey triumph. So
Robert, good to see you again.
well, Reynaldo Sabutis played well tonight. Gave Lithuania hope. Domas Sabonis will have a big future with Lithuania. Kavaliauskas played a lot of minutes tonight. Pasion has been there around.
And the head coach of the national team of Lithuania, Mr. Jonas Kazlauskas.
I won't say he was a revelation, but he certainly enhanced his credentials at this Eurobasket. Like a vicious there, you see the point guard. Malaknis had some good moments in this tournament. And there's Jonas Kazlauskas, the great coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, the silver medalists of the Eurobasket 2015, Lithuania.
So Lithuania.
Mesdames et messieurs, les médailles d'argent de l'Eurobasket
Not winning on the last day of the tournament, George, isn't it? They are going to step up on the podium together.
I give him a lot of respect. I mean, who would have thought on the paper before the tournament started that Lithuania was going to be at the final game? I think it's a great accomplishment for their team.
Impressive stuff.
We now invite the rest of the Lithuanian delegation to join the team on the podium.
Nous invitons maintenant le reste de la délégation à rejoindre les joueurs sur le podium.
There is a gymnast hanging from a balloon that's coming closer and closer to the court. The other coaches are going to come up. I think these fans deserve a medal. That's down between Lithuania and Finland. We're talking about a couple of tremendous supporters.
I mean, we spoke about it. It's fourth time that they broke the visitors record to a game. It's over 27,000. That speaks volume. I mean, it was an ambitious plan to turn football stadium into a basketball arena. When they first came here, I said, this is immense. I mean, the size of this arena is unbelievable, and they've been able to fill it with so many fans.
Congratulations once again to our silver medalists, and we invite them to descend from the podium. Thank you, Lithuania.
Encore félicitations à l'équipe de Lituanie pour sa médaille d'argent à l'Eurobasket 2015 pour leur très belle performance. Nous invitons les joueurs à redescendre du podium.
All members of the staff, the physios, the president of the federation, Arvidas Sabonis. I guess we'll see Jose Luis Saiz get up here as well, the Basketball Federation president. And the Lithuanian fans are still making some noise. Boy, they were on the wrong end of the scoreline today, weren't they? This is the best part.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the champions and gold medalists of the Eurobasket 2015, Spain.
So now Spain will be introduced.
Mesdames et messieurs, s'il vous plaît, applaudissez l'arrivée des champions de l'Eurobasket 2015, l'équipe d'Espagne.
Pau Gasol. Rudy Fernandez.
You have royalty and you have
Sergio
royalty.
Rodriguez.
You see His Majesty the King of Spain.
Guillermo Hernán Gómez.
Looks like he's walking around a little bit better now.
Pau Rivas. Felipe Reyes.
He played well in the knockout stage.
Victor Claver.
I would have expected him to have made the tournament team coming out of Berlin,
Fernando Sanemeterio.
The stakes got a little bit higher. He played better. Really, Hernán Gómez.
If you think about Rodriguez's play against Tony Parker, defensively and offensively, he was one of the keys to the game.
Oh, no question about it. He really was phenomenal in that game. Pau Rivas, Felipe Reyes. Victor Claver.
And the head coach of the national team of Spain, Mr. Sergio Scariolo.
Nikola Mirotic and William Vives. And, well, I'll tell you what, Mirotic there joins the Spain team and they win the European title.
Not a bad start for him. It was first time that he got included in the national team selection. Before him, it was for 2 previous events. It was Serge Ibaka.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the naturalized player.
The Eurobasket 2015 champions, Spain.
Mesdames et messieurs, les vainqueurs de l'Eurobasket 2015, équipe d'Espagne.
And Spain are now going to stand up on the podium. How sweet it is for them. You can't, you have to keep going back to it. George, last year at this time, it was a very, very, very difficult time for Spanish basketball. You put on the World Cup, the FIBA Basketball World Cup. You plan this for years, and then you lose in the quarterfinals in Madrid to France. That was a tough pill to swallow.
For the national
come back and answered everyone in grand style.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we
ask
would
you
have
to
thought it
please
on
remain
September
silent
9th
for the
of this
national
year.
anthem
After they went 1 and 2, they lost the game, the third game in the group against Italy.
Well, they're playing the Spanish national anthem. But Spain on top of the podium, on top
of
Europe.
And gentlemen,
and who knows?
Will come
Maybe this country will finally get to the top of the podium next year at the Olympics. You never know. They have been knocking on the door before. We're going to see the presentation of the trophy, the European Championship trophy, the Eurobasket trophy.
Just quickly to your point, there are a lot of pieces of the Spanish puzzle missing here in France. So we got some great players that also have not been here. Look at the trophies brought actually in by the balloon.
Impressive stuff. I hope they can hold that thing because that trophy's pretty heavy. Coming our way. And this is, they have been absolutely spectacular, the organizers. I want to really pay tribute to France, especially all of the organizers, Germany, without question, Croatia, and also in Latvia, magnificent job, A+, 10 out of 10. You have all been spectacular.
Mr. Turgay Demirel, FIBA Europe President, will now present the trophy of the Eurobasket 2015 to the captain of the Spanish team, Felipe Reyes.
Monsieur Turgay Demirel, président de la FIBA, va remettre le trophée de l'Eurobasket 2015 au capitaine de l'Espagne, Felipe Reyes.
There it is. That confirms it. You didn't believe it. They've got it down. They've got the gold medals. They've got the Eurobasket trophy. And spectacular scenes here for Spanish basketball fans. It does not get any better than to win a championship in international basketball. George, you got any closing thoughts on this Eurobasket going back to Berlin?
Been great working with you, Jeff.
Thank you very much. And all the other guys that participated in the commentary and the people running the crews. It's been great working with you as well. And there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to bring this to you. So we hope that you've enjoyed it through the highs and the lows, whether or not your team won or lost. It's been a magnificent 2 weeks. Going back to what, September 5th?
September 5th is when it all started.
The Eurobasket 2015 is now officially over. Congratulations to our champions, Spain. Congratulations to all of the teams for having participated. And thank you for your extraordinary performance.
Nor will the Lithuanians. They've qualified for the Olympics already, but national teams are the locomotive of basketball in their respective countries. And this is going to be well received when Spain returns back to Madrid, back to Barcelona. These guys are going to be heroes once again. Well, that 2014 disappointment, I think it's going to fade into oblivion. Now they're going to cut down the nets. Sergio Yul. Really on the shoulders of Willie and Gomez. Rising stars in Spanish basketball.
Look at the young fella just making himself useful there.
Tremendous. He's going to wear it. I'm not sure he's going to finish the night with it on. But he's got it for now. And maybe they'll go cut down the other one as well. Goes to give it to Rudy Fernandez, who had the back problem during the game. So
you have to respect Rudy. I mean, he has played through adversity in this tournament. Early on, second day, he misses practice. He goes to get an MRI on his back, and he fights back. How big was he today? I mean, with his defense, offense, hitting some shots early on.
He helped set the tone. He really did.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and you know, he's been in this national team
for having come and supported this Eurobasket 2015. We would not
I guess
like
the main
to leave without
story is
thanking
about that
all
man
of the
right there.
volunteers that have done a fantastic job, all of the organizing committee and the staff, and the French Federation. Thank you all for having given us this support.
Merci à tous d'avoir été présents pour la finale de l'Eurobasket 2015. Cela a été une très très belle cérémonie. Nous avons eu beaucoup de plaisir à être avec vous tous et à apprécier cette soirée tous ensemble. Nous aimerions surtout remercier les 350 volontaires qui ont travaillé très dur ces 3 dernières semaines pour faire cet événement magique et inoubliable. Merci beaucoup aux équipes techniques, merci beaucoup à tous les bénévoles et les volontaires. Et encore bravo à toute cette équipe de l'Eurobasket.
Let's get him in the national team. Maybe he's going to do it.
He's going to UCLA.
À très bientôt.
Like somebody else I know. His name is George Zidek. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been wonderful bringing it to you. Spain champions for the 3rd time since 2009. The champions of the Eurobasket. Thanks for watching.
Labas vakaras visiems šiuo metu esantiems Lietuvoje. Be jokios abejonės, galbūt ne pačios džiugiausios akimirkos, tačiau pasikartosiu dar kartelį, dar Rygoje. Mes net negalvojame apskritai apie atvykimą į Lilį, o dabar galime pasidžiaugti sidabro medaliais. Šalia manęs Jonas Mačiulis, krepšininkai visuomet pergyvena kur kas labiau. Jonai, tavo mintis apie štai šį finalą.
Ką, mintis patys žinot kokia, dar antra neišnaudota proga mūsų karjerai, kurią galėjom tikrai buvom jau ir priartėję ir paėmė tą ritmą žaidimo ir galėjom tikrai kovoti ir nepralošti, nežinau, čia 20-18 taškų skirtumų. Aišku, skaudu truputėlį, bet, kaip atsakėjai, dar prieš savaitę nesitikėjom net čia būti, o šiandien lipom ant pakilos. Taip kad manau, kad ir patys turim susivokti, aišku, šiandien skaudu, bet po kiek laiko bus tai istoriniai kadrai ir turim tai vertinti. Aišku, šiandien bus skaudu, šiandien mes pergyvenam dėl neišnaudotos progos, bet tai vis dėlto yra istorija. Mes tokie maži,